Good morning, party people. Okay, so DBGI stock, Digital Brands Group Inc. The NASDAQ panel just approved an extension to September 6th to meet the $1 NASDAQ minimum bid price. And they also approved until September 15th to meet the $2.5 million stockholders' equity requirement that the NASDAQ has. So this is extremely good news for DBGI because it means it can continue to be listed on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange until September 6th and September 15th, respectively. So, again, what's going to happen in mid-September is the stock price is suddenly going to skyrocket from where it's at now, of like 58 cents to obviously over $1, because that's what the NASDAQ requires. And even if the NASDAQ didn't require it, it's going to go up anyway because the revenue is increasing so much and their net profit margin is increasing so much. And I found an article from 2021 that they were going to partner with Google Pay to offer deals for people to purchase DSTLD clothes. Now, if you remember, DSTLD makes the jeans that I think are really cool. And so DSTLD as a brand is kind of known for their denim. They have a raw selvage, which I guess is like the edge of the jeans. So the very bottom of the jeans is kind of trimmed so that it doesn't kind of hang over your shoes. So I think that's kind of a cool look, and they fit really well. Honestly, at $40 on special, they're the best value. And DBGI has some for $35 that are on special right now, both jeans and khaki pants, and they're all sold out in my size. Of course they're sold out in my size, right? But the smaller sizes, like waist size 30 and 31, they still have some of those in stock on the website. But I don't think I actually mentioned this before, but in addition to partnering a potential partnership with Google Pay, they're already on Amazon. So that also already happened back in late 2021. Amazon started offering their clothes. So being on Amazon is a huge, awesome sign for them, because it means they're going to generate a lot of sales and therefore revenue from that. And so that's very, very good news for DBGI, the NASDAQ extension getting approved. And then, of course, there's going to be a special shareholders meeting on August 21st, and then a reverse stock split is going to happen, potentially. It may not happen if the share price gets above $1 before then, before late August, so later this month. But, again, this company has strong financials. It did not in 2022. Okay? So all these little automated articles that kind of trash talk them or whatever, these are automated articles using automated computer programs to generate them. See, these media companies, they have these automated articles that are not even written by a human being. They have an artificial intelligence program that writes these articles, and they make tons of money doing it. Because if you notice on some of the automated articles, and I think if you're smart, like, you can probably tell which ones are automated because they have all these ads. So they're doing this to generate ad revenue for their ad partners. But all these automated articles, they reference DBGI from 2022 and earlier. Well, first quarter financials for 2023 have been released for a while now, and they, again, I'm going to say again because I want to repeat this so that people don't look at these ridiculous, backward-looking automated articles. They're no longer relevant. This was DBGI prior to the acquisition of Sundry Clothing. This was when they only had 4 brands. They now have 5 brands. So they have Sundry, which adds tons of revenue. And, you know, I'm not a fashion expert. I mean, obviously, look at me, right? But, I mean, the thing is, younger people, we want a new clothing company. I'm bored out of my mind with Levi's. I'm bored out of my mind with Eddie Bauer. I'm bored out of my mind with... I can't even name any of the other clothes I wear. They're freaking ridiculous band shirts from Hot Topic now. And Hot Topic wasn't even popular since the 90s, but they still are kind of like the counterculture young person who's sort of cool kind of brand. But yeah, anyways, don't listen to these automated articles. You know, they're ridiculous that don't show the first quarter 2023 financial results. They just show 2022 and backward. Because things have totally changed. The revenue is increasing a lot, so is their net profit margin, and they're going to be cash flow positive by October. Or let's just say, let's just be conservative. Let's just say, you know, that happens in November, December. That's still right around the corner by the end of the year. And then another thing, and this is actually more significant than anything else I'm going to say. I should have probably said this right up front. Large cap tech investors who invested millions of dollars have doubled or tripled their money since January. And these large cap tech investors, they're looking for small cap stocks to reinvest their money into. They're about to short squeeze, or that are suddenly about to go to the moon, possibly because of, maybe if it's not a short squeeze, maybe it's options trading. So maybe their options contracts are about to expire on various small cap stocks. And also due to algorithmic shorting, which I've already covered in previous videos, okay? That's a computer model that, for example, with DBGI, I've been watching the stock every day, and this ridiculous algorithmic shorting computer model, what it's doing is it's buying 100 shares, and it's selling 100 shares. Or it's like between 100 to 200 shares, and it's gradually walking the price down by like a penny every day. So it's decreasing by 1 penny to 2 cents every single day. And then when it bottoms out on a daily basis, mysteriously 13,000 or 17,000 shares get purchased when it bottoms out. And then an hour later, it goes back up by 2 cents, and they're not selling it. They're accumulating shares. And then they shut their computer model, the algorithmic model, off once they bought like the 13 or 17,000 shares trade, which is what happened yesterday. And then the stock price goes up by 2 cents because no one's really buying it right now because everyone's kind of waiting. And it's also just a small cap stock, so it's like an indie band. People don't really know about them yet. But I mean, people in LA probably know about them because there's like a store there and they can go and shop there. And people in Austin might know about them because there's also a store in Austin, but most people don't. Anyways, the point is, a lot of small caps, their prices have been artificially lowered by this algorithmic trading, where it's this computer model that runs, it could even be just like an app on your phone that you can just shut off when you turn your brokerage trading app on. It gives you guidance on how to trade as far as limit orders. It's probably using just limit orders to do all this stuff. And So basically, large cap tech investors, they've made 2 to 3 times their investment if they bought in January or like December of last year. So in only like 6 to 7 months, they've doubled or tripled their money. And we're talking about people who are into tech typically have a lot of money. So if someone, invested $100,000 or $1 million, now they have $200,000 to $300,000 or $2 to $3 million. So the flow into small cap stocks, as much money as people were putting into large cap stocks 6 months ago, that much capital has doubled or tripled. So where's this capital going to flow to? The double or triple the amount of capital since January is going to flow into small cap because they're sitting at the bottom of the market, and they've been going down for 6 months because all the investors pulled out their money and put it into large cap tech. So now all of a sudden, all these large cap investors all at once, and this actually hasn't happened yet, but when it happens, it'll happen really suddenly. It could even be one of Elon Musk's friends calls one of his friends, and it's just this little circle of these tech people, And I'm not privy to them because I'm not cool enough. I live in freaking Kingman, Arizona, right? Go figure. But anyways, they're gonna be buying small caps because that's what these people do. They look for the next best thing, the next big thing that's gonna skyrocket suddenly. And even if DBGI skyrockets to $5 in just a day, I mean, you want to be watching it and you want to sell off when it skyrockets to $5. I'm just going to give you an example. Let's just say $5. That would be a 10 times increase. So you want to sell off right on that day, and that's where I have my limit order set. Well, actually, right now I have them set at like $40 and $50. That was just wishful thinking, but because I'm accumulating shares of it while it's low, while the price is still low. But all of a sudden, I'm telling you, and DBGI is on the NASDAQ. It's a tech-ish company that sells apparel. They've already even 2 years ago, they were already talking to Google about a business partnership with Google to be on Google Pay, so to offer discounts via Google Pay. They're already on Amazon. They're already partnered with some big tech companies. So large cap tech stock investors, this is a techie apparel company, and that's what we like. We're kind of nerdy. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it'll eventually turn into a cheap wholesale clothing company for people who don't care about clothes. There was actually an article that said that Gen Z and millennials, and I'm right on the border of being a millennial, so I'm basically a millennial, they don't care about brand names. And honestly, I've never cared about brand names, so I guess I was always ahead of the curve. But that's where DBGI is kind of evolving. They have 5 different brands, but eventually, as they get more brands, once they have like 10 brands, they're going to be kind of brandless. They're not going to have a brand. They're just going to make clothes. And they're probably going to, like I said in an earlier video, make smart clothes, do something more efficient, develop a really efficient manufacturing process, develop a more efficient direct-to-consumer process, where when you get on your Google Pay, for example, every time you use Google Pay, maybe they'll give you an opportunity, they'll give you like an hour or something, or a day, or 2 days, to get like a 10 or 20% discount on their clothing. So every time you use Google Pay, you get an opportunity to buy cheap clothes. It's clothes. Clothes don't make a person. Who cares? I'm the same person whether I, what, you know what I'm saying? Whether I wear a brand or don't, or, whatever. But, they do have really cool denim. That's what I like, personally. I like the denim. Everything else has been sold out. I haven't had a chance to try anything else because it's sold out. I mean, I haven't tried Amazon, but I'm just looking at their website. I guess if I get on Amazon, they'll probably have a better selection. But I'm cheap, and I want something for a deal. So I want their $35 or their $40 jeans and chino specials, and those are all sold out. Anyways, large cap tech investors are suddenly going to reinvest their capital, which has doubled or tripled since this year, into small cap. So small cap could more than double or triple from all these large cap tech people buying small cap stocks. And they're not just going to buy tech stocks. They're going to be looking for meme stocks, just whatever they think is going to be the next big thing that's going to suddenly be popular. And so definitely be on the lookout for DBGI. All right. Thank you, and I will also be giving you more emerging stocks other than DBGI in future videos, because I don't want people to get bored. All right, have a good day, people.